My name is Desta. I oversee our volunteer program here at Mile High United Way. And this is my colleague, Robert Thompson.
Hey Desta, hey everybody. Today we are going to share with you all that you need to know to have a successful volunteer experience at Project Homeless Connect. Welcome to your virtual training. We're excited you're here.
Your role in Project Homeless Connect is an important one. You will be acting as a client support service volunteer. What is that? Well, it means that you will be working one-on-one with individuals and families who come to Project Homeless Connect in need of essential services. Basically, you are their personal guide to navigate through the one-stop shop of essential services all under one roof. To start, here's an idea of the services typically available at Project Homeless Connect. You and your client will find basic health care, including screenings and immunizations, legal advice from experts, including homeless court, where clients can resolve minor legal issues related to homelessness, food stamps, housing information and referrals, employment readiness information, including resume writing and updating, IDs, social security cards, and benefit information, and even personal care services like haircut and massage.
Now, each Project Homeless Connect is a bit different, so the services available may vary. But no need to worry. As a client support services volunteer, you'll be provided with a list of the most up-to-date services available for your client. The volunteer process on the day of the event begins at check-in. You will arrive, check in, pick up your clipboard with all of the paperwork you'll need, and take your place in line with all of the other wonderful volunteers.
While you wait, please take time to look over the information on your clipboard and familiarize yourself with how to best assist your client. Speaking of clients, that's the next most important step. Your volunteer experience starts when you are matched one-on-one with a homeless individual. Most often it will be one person. Sometimes it could be an entire family. In that case, more than one volunteer will be assigned to help out.
To best help your client through the Expo of Services, your clipboard will serve as your GPS. It'll have all the information you'll need to successfully take your client through the process. It all starts with the Client Intake Form, also known as the HMIS, or Homeless Management Information System Form. This is the basic information needed from each individual receiving services. Most of your clients will be familiar with this one. Now, as you fill out this form, you'll get the chance to know your client and their needs, which will help you guide them through Project Homeless Connect. Take your time to fill this out with your client as you make your way through the event. Now, the next piece of paper is the liability form. This is a simple release form that, if signed by the client, gives us permission to take their photo and potentially introduce them to the media covering the event. If they do not wish to sign the form and you happen to be approached by a member of the media, simply let them know the client has not given consent for photos to be taken. You'll also find a definition of services sheet. This is your guide to what specific services are available for your client. Go over this list with them. Next to each item are two boxes, one with a V and the other marked R. First, mark all of the services your client wishes to visit for the day in the V column. After completing each service you and your client visit, just mark off that service as received in the R column. There's also a map of the venue to help you guide the way. The client evaluation form is also there. It should be filled out before the client leaves, so make sure to take the time to complete it before saying goodbye. And finally, check to see if any additional or last-minute information has been added to your clipboard, because after all, we want to make sure that your client's experience is the best it can be.
The day of Project Homeless Connect, you will see many volunteers in different color t-shirts. Each color signifies different volunteer functions. Those wearing red t-shirts are area leads. They are the people with the most information. If you need an answer, they can get it for you. Those in purple are providing a service. Lime green identifies mental health professionals available to assist you and your client in the case of a difficult situation. Volunteers in light blue are bilingual and can help translate when necessary. Finally, there's you, the volunteer in gold.
And finally, a few important things to remember. Be flexible and patient. There are bound to be times when you'll be waiting in line for services with your client. Engage them in normal conversation. Have a few laughs. Make them and yourself feel at home. Please stay with your client at all times. Also, be aware of your client's critical needs because there may be specific medical or legal services available in limited supply. And the sooner you know whether your client needs something specific, the better chance you have of helping them get what they need. Find out if your client has some form of identification right off the top. Oftentimes, a driver's license, social security card, birth certificate, or state ID are needed to obtain certain services like food stamps or to register for housing assistance. If your client doesn't have an ID, take them directly to the identification service area before doing anything else during the day. When you've finished taking your client through Project Homeless Connect, you've filled out the client evaluation and said goodbye, please take your clipboard with all of the paperwork to the table labeled Discharge. Then return to the volunteer check-in area to see if you can help another client.
Thank you for volunteering for Project Homeless Connect. We want your experience to be positive and memorable. If you have any questions, contact me on Twitter at MHUWvolunteer. Also, don't worry if you feel you didn't catch every last detail of this video training, because you can easily watch again or download the training packet by clicking on the link on the Mile High United Way volunteer page.
That's right, and you know, Desta, volunteers really do make a difference. You make a difference. One person on one day, improving one life at a time. Thank you.